Hello again, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's look back on the week that was in Albany and around our Senate district. March is Women's History Month, an opportunity to reflect on the contributions made by all women through the years. In Rochester, that means celebrating the life and legacy of Susan B. Anthony, who launched a nationwide revolution on behalf of women's rights. It's also Red Cross Month, which gives us a chance to salute the Red Cross for all it does for families and communities in crisis. And remember, they can always use your support. Last week, we learned that State DOT will replace the I-490 bridge over Marsh Road. 490 really is the eastern gateway to our community, bringing visitors, commerce, and investment here each and every day. I'm grateful for the investments we've made in upstate infrastructure, and I want to thank DOT Commissioner Driscoll and his entire team for their partnership on this. Speaking of infrastructure needs, I joined Rochester Chamber President Bob Duffy, Unicon Executive Director Joe Leone, and public and private stakeholders from across our region to discuss the need for equity between upstate and downstate transportation funding. And as we continue to push for our fair share, we cannot lose sight of the fact that our public transit system helps us and does wondrous things for us each and every day in our community. I also joined a coalition of partners to call for renewed investment in upstate public transit systems like RTS, which will drive jobs, drive investment, and quality of life for years to come. Tuesday was Tourism Action Day in Albany, and let's be honest, who has more fun than the chair of the Senate Committee on Tourism? But remember, tourism is a major contributor to our economy and our quality of life. I want to thank all of those in the tourism industry who shared part of their day with us to discuss ways to attract even more visitors and investment in our region. The State Farm Bureau held its annual legislative reception, where I met with farmers from Monroe and Ontario counties and sampled some Finger Lakes juice with Senator Mike Nozzolio. And feeding a hungry little calf named Artemis brought back childhood memories from my grandfather's farm. Back here in the 55th, I had a chance to tour Gilda's Club with Bob Russell and the YWCA of Rochester with Gene Carroll, two extremely important organizations serving our community. And I thank Bob and Gene for their leadership. It was great to be with Todd Baxter of the Veterans Outreach Center at the annual Veterans Stand Down event to benefit homeless vets. A wide range of agencies were there to help our vets. I want to thank Todd and his team for all they do. And finally, congratulations to the Fairport and Penfield High School cheerleaders, who are New York State champions this week. And good luck to all our Section 5 teams moving through the state playoffs this weekend. Enjoy the warm weather. I'm Senator Rich Funke.